What's up, gang? I got it. I think it's my fault. For real. What's up, man? Hey, I got that chicken to go. I'm gone. A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that caught. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. Good drip. But she love you. Don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the lights. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. I went from filling out kites to putting it in my block. Look what you sweater is drill.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here. Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Atlanta Falcons. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On first down, Brady. And his first pass is incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Brady again here on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Brady. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. Well, and you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. Third down conversion here is big. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Brady now to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. Continuing to steadily move the ball down the field. Not big play after big play, but these moderate gains getting him first downs.
And you know what they add up to, right? If you continue that pace and you continue to move it downfield, they add up into 6 points. That's exactly what you're looking for.
Brady now on first down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. A gain of 6 there on first. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, and now he bowls him over. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. And that'll set him back 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Brady now on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Here's Brady to throw. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
On now is the field goal team. Here's the Raiders. We'll try for 3. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So the first points of the night belong to our home team as they're able to take the opening kickoff and at least get 3 points out of it.
Yeah, and that helps the crowd, right? Helps people feel good about why they're there watching this game. They move the ball well on their opening drive.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
On second down, it's Bell. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11. They'll set up a throw. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Raiders have recovered. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Brady. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They'll run it now out of the gun. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
So right after the defense gets you the ball on a takeaway on a fumble recovery of their own, you've got to reward them, don't you? You've got to stay out on the field, give them a chance to rest, and how about doing it the way they did it, running the football and picking it up on 3rd down.
Yeah, would not have wanted to go 3 and out. They avoid that right there.
Yeah, they avoided the glares as they went back to the bench, didn't they?
And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Looking back to the air on 2nd down, it's Brady. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. He got 29 yards that time.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like he just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Over the middle, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Brady already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now Brady throwing on second down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. The Raiders on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Shotgun now for Brady. Hard throw, incomplete. When they need to play on third down, you kind of know what direction the ball is going, but the defense knew it too.
Yeah, it's a good call because they wanted to put 2 men on him, and they did. Dare him to throw into double coverage. Really what you're saying is, let's see if one of your other receivers can beat us.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. And his kick is good. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim, and hopefully he'll be kicking extra points instead.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And just like that, it's third down. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. It's taken to the 26. And running with power here. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
On second down, here's Brady. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, That route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it, because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Throwing is Brady on third down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And the Falcons say they have it. They do. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pickup there, a 22. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Le'Veon Bell taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Falcons are an extra point away from moving out in front.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. The point after is good, and they take the lead here at 7-6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get 3 up to midfield. And they'll go on the ground. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Brady. And able to find Graham, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there? Yeah. Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing, he was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he's gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. And they'll run it here. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Man, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
Now it's Sproles, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the 2nd quarter, it has been a struggle. Throwing on 3rd and long. Brady throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Those really long field goals, when they are made, they are things of beauty, but there is a danger to getting them started, isn't there?
Yeah, with that low drive, you've got to really keep it low to the ground, don't you, to get that distance.
Yeah, hard to just pop it up in the air because otherwise it's not going to get there. So he's got to drive it low in order to have the distance, and that usually puts it in jeopardy, gives him a chance to block it, and everyone knows it on the other side. That's when you get your best jumpers on the other side of the field and try and get up and get it.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Well, so many times defensive backs get caught playing the man rather than the football, but not in this case. That's an excellent play. Did exactly what you're supposed to do. Attack the football and help break up the pass.
And, yep, as a result, knocks it down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. They'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
That was a good effort there trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So out come the Raiders. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now?
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, Brady. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Brady. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Here's the Raiders punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Look at this spin.
Balance.
It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So out come the Falcons now. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First catch so far for Julio. He's got a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. The left side completion to Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage with a flag down here to boot. So they may back up further. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The Falcons on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be third and forever. They'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on third and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first down, Brady. And he rifles one incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Brady will try again on 2nd down, and this is incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Raiders on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's the Raiders punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Finding some room at midfield. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A good pickup there, a 22. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
They're going to look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Looking to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. To throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. In for the score. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. The final shot before half for Brady. He's going to walk into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report, here's Jonathan Coachman. This is fielded at the goal line. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Caught on the right side by Jones. To the 40 and no further, so the razzle-dazzle didn't get him much. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, there's the option going left. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. Now back to throw. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Fielded at the 20. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now they'll run on the draw. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
The Raiders on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
From midfield, here's Brady. Wide open receiver, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very solid gain of 27. That time a slant, Brady in general on those quick hitters, he just releases the ball so fast.
He does, and he's so accurate, but most of the time he wins before the ball's even snapped by his pre-snap read. Finds out where the defense is and delivers it to the proper place.
Brady now on first down. He's going to let it go deep for the end, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw now on first down. A quick hitter complete. It's Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards for number 11.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He completes it to Jones. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. That's a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. The Falcons on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
Brady to throw on second down. And that'll be incomplete. The Raiders on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
I know every time we watch Le'Veon Bell play, we think about him making people miss, the hesitation move. But you remember, he came out of Michigan State as a bruiser and a thumper, and he still has those capabilities.
At 225 pounds, an underrated part of his game. He'll drop to throw. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And that was a good run, and it should get the attention of the defense, but it can't just dwell on it. They've been playing so well this entire game. Maybe they just look at it and say, okay, congratulations, you got 1 on us, and just not let it turn into more.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And down he goes just beyond the 35. And that pretty move got him some extra space to run. Call it a 6-yard gain. Still plenty of work to do coming up. 3rd and 14. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 14. Brady now to throw. Goes underneath for Sproles. And shutting him off, now open field. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's the Raiders punter now as he's on to kick it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. Try to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards, 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And his throw is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll set up to throw. And Jones has it over the middle. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Back now in the East Bay. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. His longest run of the game right there, and a pretty good time for it. A huge 3rd down conversion late.
Love the mindset. Love the way he flipped the switch late in the game, needed a big run, and helped produce it with great leverage from the offensive line. But you also know what happens, too. The defense stacks the line. So if you can break through that first barrier, there's usually plenty of room to run.
They'll look to throw here. A screen to Bell. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to maneuver. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Brandon, sometimes we give a lot of these running backs credit for being good receivers, and all they catch are swings and screens. Le'Veon Bell's a full member of the passing game for the Pittsburgh Steelers, whether he's split out of the backfield or not.
Well, no doubt he can catch it, coming off a career-high 85 receptions in 2017. They'll run it now out of the gun. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that, plus 3.
Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down. Nothing flashy there, the slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play, and you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch, and then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Back to throw here. And he's going to go down, sacked back at the 13-yard line.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. They do get 6, but they've still got some work to do on 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? He'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
No lead safe in the new NFL, but this score is really going to give them some needed breathing room.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Brady now on first down. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 34.
This has been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Now a first down carry by Bell. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the fourth quarter, they're really excited, because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock, because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on, catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. As his guys are in for 6. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. They had the lead in the fourth, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Looking back to the air on second down. It's Brady. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.